We're going to space.
Whole hullabaloo about you, man, and this mess you got going.
I would take an axe to a couple people's heads. I mean, I would go barbarian.
To a couple robots?
No, to maybe
really...
like a town, like Oblivion style.
Whoa, no, you just...
Sir, we're talking about robots.
Scabies is a that's also a staple of white culture.
Y'all some nasty niggas, bro.
Is that white culture?
I believe
Y'all can
scabies,
keep that shit.
Dirty.
But the black people, they smoke the weed and they get too relaxed.
I'm not getting taken down by no British cops.
Is this true, Don Juice? Is this true? You know the foreign affairs. Is this true?
It's propaganda. Just saying.
That's really rude, and I can't believe that you would ever call me something.
Hey, you have shades on.
Treason.
You don't have shades on. Treason.
Treason.
Do you understand what treason is punishable by? Hanging.
Dick.
Hanging.
Just kidding. Death.
Hanging. Mm-hmm. It's literally the only thing that you can still get hung about in America.
Can you really still get hung for treason?
Yes.
Listen.
Hanged?
Yeah, hung.
Hanged.
Hanged.
Hanged when
If
it's a
they
person.
hanged me,
Technically, we hung Saddam
Hanged.
for treason. We hang-ganged him.
oh, it was the cord. I thought something was like trying to get me.
It probably
But
was.
if America tried to hang me,
There's not too much you can
Yeah.
do.
I would
present
make
tense.
it such a big deal.
They are lynching me for giving out government secrets.
And Black Lives Matter.
Hey, they don't want to hear that.
And you can't bring back hanging black people
They can't.
just because you want to.
You commit treason.
I didn't. You have to prove it.
Well, on that note, hello, friends, fiends, everybody in between.
Oh shit, we gonna put the silence in that then?
Yeah, we're gonna put the silence at the end. It's the sound of silence. We are here,
Watermelon.
back again, gonna waterboard the treaters.
I've never traded anything in
This
my
was
life.
supposed to be the Shade Cast, but we have
Only 3 of us got
someone
shades on.
abandoning.
Malcontent.
Oh my
the
gosh,
ideology.
there was a malfunction.
The nigga who
There was
brought up
no
the shades.
wardrobe malfunction.
There was literally a malfunction.
The
And
person-
the shades were your whole idea. You want to snatch my property like
Yeah,
the
it's not even
fucking
that big.
government. Like you're the goddamn government. You want to grab onto my fucking property and act like it's yours, and then make a law about it.
I was just testing
Make a
it out.
big deal about
I
how everybody needs to wear
I-
shades.
simply saw the shades. I was like, hey, wow, let me try those out. You made a whole hoopla ordeal.
Because it was like, it reminded me of the government.
And it turned into this whole thing, and now everyone has shades on except for me.
you.
Except for me, because the other shades that I have here, which are lovely orange, Halloween orange shades, and just in combination with the headphones, they don't work.
What do you
for
mean? We're all
me.
wearing shades?
No, you are, but you're not wearing those
Look,
specifically.
here, take
They're
these.
thick. Okay.
I'll take these.
Okay.
God damn. They are kind of thick, but it's...
Okay.
What's the...
I feel like this is better for me.
what the fuck ever.
You see, you also the type of person who clearly has fries, but you also want to eat somebody else's fucking fries. Shit's annoying. You
I
want
won't lie.
Isn't that most people, though?
No, it's like you ordered fries, I ordered fries.
Well, no.
But
Why are you
that's
gonna eat
definitely
fries
most
first?
women.
That's not
That's
true.
definitely
That's
most
not
women.
true.
That's a
That's not
woman
true.
thing.
That's not true. If
You
I
gotta give your fries, bro.
No, in my fries. You got fries also.
Yeah,
No,
but your
because
fries
if
probably
I-
came out second, and they're tastier fries.
They came out at the same
no,
time.
I've never done that.
You're a lie. You just did it last week.
No,
Why are you counting how often she takes your fries?
Because this is
He's got it on his inner thigh.
wait.
He's just carving it in there.
Carving it in.
I'm gonna say I didn't because I had to order my own fries because you wouldn't let me have any of your fries.
'Cause-
I didn't have fries with my meal, and you wouldn't let me have any of your fries.
Because if you want
so
fries,
I
eat
asked
fries. Don't eat
them
my fries.
to bring me
That's what's
some
fries for me.
fries.
That's
No.
what's fries for me. What fries am I supposed to eat if you eat my damn fries?
It's true. He's got a good point because like
I'm not gonna eat
he
all
wants
of
the
them.
but he wanted that amount of fries. You should at least be like, well, I don't want fries, but maybe instead of a medium, you should get a
But
large.
if I want some nibbles, like I should
Because
be able to have some nibbles.
no. If he didn't account for you eating some nibbles,
He should have
nibbles.
accounted for the nibbles.
Well, no, if you say you don't want fries,
I didn't.
then there's
I
no
didn't
reason
say I don't
to.
want fries.
But
That's
you
the
didn't
thing.
order any fries.
Well, maybe
'Cause
my
when-
meal just
When
didn't
the question
come with it.
was,
What
do
the
you
fuck
want
kind
anything?
of meal doesn't come with fries? Yeah, it's like, what do you want? You don't say fries. He
That's
could
not
have
what
easily
happened.
compensated.
No,
Anyway,
you don't understand.
over here we got Peppa of Salt and Peppa. I don't know. I was trying to think of some black woman with sunglasses on.
See,
That's the only
again,
thing I could think
racist.
of. That's super racist.
You're just racist all the time.
We got
Average Mitch.
no, I had something for this with the beard and the sunglasses. I just can't remember. Duck Dynasty or something. I don't know. That's bad.
Reaching for the lowest hanging
Yeah,
fruit.
yeah. You're not bayou enough for that, I guess. Although you do smoke a mean watermelon. We're all fucking going off here. Because we got the black Unabomber, or as I like to say, the Uniblacker over here. Big boss man
Oh yeah.
doesn't
But no, I could see Vinny
on Duck Dynasty.
on Duck Dynasty. Just give him
Doing
some
what?
camo. Give him some camo.
What would be his job?
Nothing with snakes. Probably nothing in the
Isn't
water.
Duck is
He'd
that
be
on
around there
A&E or is that on
spinning the
History
duck thing
Channel?
around.
A&E. I want to say.
So
Yeah.
A&E, arts and entertainment. That isn't kind of neither. I've watched Duck Dynasty. There's really not much
There's an art
entertainment.
to
So
being that
beards-
hillbilly.
They're not hillbilly.
They are fake hillbillies.
They're not hillbilly. They're swamp people and they're fake swamp people. They're rednecks at best.
No, no.
The one who like started the show, the one who obviously started the show, who has like a wife who's way out of his league, the fat one, the son. He's smart. He's surprisingly smart. He's like, look, my fucking family's crazy and ridiculously Christian and makes duck collars. We can profit off this. But like, then you got like the Learning Channel, which popularized Honey Boo Boo, and
I think we need to just stop calling it the Learning Channel
it's TLC,
and just say TLC because
but that's what it stands for.
I know that's what it stands
learn
for.
about
Now,
It
what about
doesn't
history?
stand for anything anymore.
What about it? Used to be the History
Exactly
Channel,
true.
and now it's just history.
Just
It used to be sci-fi, but now it's sci-fi.
But
No, I
spelled
think it's always
stupid.
been spelled like that.
No,
I feel like has it
wasn't.
not?
No, it used to be spelled out.
Yeah.
like
Now it's
Damn it.
SCI.
I always remember it being spelled
I
with
thought
Y's.
SYFY.
No,
It's
no.
always
I
been spelled
remember
with
when that
Ys.
happened because I actually really liked sci-fi.
I just don't.
I liked it a lot when I was growing up.
So okay,
No,
so
I'm
I'm
talking
sorry
about
that
spelling now.
I wasn't. Yeah, it's SYFY.
That's not the original spelling.
I know.
Are
it
you
was
sure?
sci-fi.
Well, what about the Spike Network, which was first TNT?
TNN.
Yeah,
That was a bunch of
And then
different.
the Spike Network, and then wasn't it
Yeah.
the Men's Network or some
It
shit?
switched to
Esquire.
something.
It was
It was always
Esquire.
supposed to be for men.
Nah,
I
Esquire
don't like
replaced
S-
G4.
No, Esquire
Remember G4
replaced
turned into Esquire?
Spike.
Yeah,
I
no.
think-
Didn't Spike turn into G4? Or were they on at the same
No,
time?
No, they were on at the same
This is
time,
a-
but I thought Esquire was what eventually Spike TV kind of
Spike
boiled
TV
into.
turned into Paramount. It's Paramount now. It's wild shit. They keep changing channel. That's just wild how that happens.
Wow, you're right about the sci-fi thing. I did
Yeah, I was
not
gonna
know
say
that.
I was just pulling it up.
Yeah, I know. I was right
And it
because
was-
I watched a lot of fucking sci-fi.
In Boca Raton, Florida, Mitchell Rubenstein and his wife Lori Silvers.
Mystery Science
Yeah, that
Theater used to
old
come on
ass-
that shit, bro.
Wow, I don't even remember that logo.
I used to
Holy
remember-
shit!
I stayed watching Mystery Science
The only
Theater.
thing I used to
Mystery,
because I
Mystery
didn't.
I used to
Theater
watch it with my
3000.
grandpa.
I did
Yeah.
not have cable growing up. I only had terrestrial television. So on the weekends when I would go over to like my sister's houses, whichever sister at the time, I would watch cable or dish, because one had satellite for. All I would watch is History Channel and Cartoon Network. And that was back when History Channel was actually showing like World War II videos and shit like that. Before they went into the all Hitler phase, and it's America's Book of Secrets. It's got Alex Jones on it, and then it's got like a couple guys, Ancient Aliens, and you can tell that it's leading into the Ancient Aliens time because that's what he looks like. He's that age, and like first of all, if you got Alex Jones yelling about the CIA and the OSS on History Channel, you've surpassed. You're no longer history.
Is Jesse Ventura on this show?
No, they can't.
Remember that episode with him and Alex Jones? They're like ducked off, and they just Alex Jones like, look over there. That's where the FEMA camps are. They're like squinting.
You're talking about for the conspiracy show.
Yeah.
So Jesse Ventura, I respect Jesse Ventura a lot.
The body.
Well, yeah, because I don't respect him as an old man because he's like, if he's got a problem, you could tell him because he disagrees with my conspiracies. He can come face the body. I live off the grid. But I respect him because he was a Marine.
Yeah.
And then he was a pro wrestler who then became the
actor.
fucking governor of a
He
state.
then became an actor. He fought the Predator.
Yeah, with a fucking chain gun.
Yeah.
But the fact that
He made it bleed.
a wrestler became the governor
Of Minnesota.
which is all Somali now.
Can you prove that?
I can pull up the
and is
demographics.
that-
Don't pull up the
There's a
is
good
that-
portion. That's where Oman's from.
Is that in direct
Or Omar.
correlation with him
Elon
becoming
Omar.
the governor?
No, it's post Jesse Ventura did it become Somali. But I think he might, because as he said, the key to being elected as a third party candidate was getting into the debates. Once I got into the debates, they couldn't handle me because I was fiscally conservative, but I was socially liberal. And it's like, good for you, man.
Too extreme.
He actually made it into a governor as an independent, which is beautiful.
Well, you
at
gotta
that
think
point-
though, this is a person that's just been on the microphone for the last 30 years. All he did was
Screaming
talk.
about his muscles.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all the people in Minnesota were like, you know what, man?
He could body slam our problems away.
Like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen if we elect
It's kind of like how we did with Trump.
Yeah, it's like, Like,
It's because Jesse Ventura is like Bizarro Trump.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want them to fight because like Trump might die. He eats a lot of Big Macs, but
an aggressive amount of Big Macs.
the best taco bowls.
You have to try
Trump
him
Tower.
before you
Tower.
can feed him to your national champions.
Fucking A, man. How the hell did we end up with this political landscape? We got
Memes.
wrestlers. No, this is pre-meme.
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 I know it's pre-meme.
Pink
Memes.
Floyd's The Wall.
Because the first meme president was Obama. I would have to say he wasn't. It's not memes like we have
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But he was.
That was
he was
early meme.
No,
they
Obama
called him-
girl.
It was
George
2008.
W.
There were no, he wasn't a meme. He wasn't elected by the memes.
Oh, no.
'Cause-
You're right.
Obama was literally elected by the memes. It was just old school 2007 memes. It was like fucking Me Gusta memes, only like super way too normie, and just this guy's charming. So like, but they called him the first celebrity president, but no, he was the first meme president. And now we got Trump, and now I'm trying to get Yang Gang.
Yeah, okay.
Yang Gang. So
It's just crazy enough to work.
let's get on some of these topics we actually have. A woman in China, China, she decided to, like when you think of a healthy breakfast, you don't want to eat too much. Like you got some fruit and you got a blender. You make a smoothie. It's rich in vitamins. It's filling. So
What type of smoothie?
any fruit you got laying
Strawberry?
around.
Strawberry smoothie?
Personally, I really enjoy strawberry banana with also lemon and orange.
Nope.
So
Oops, all berries.
this
And bougie.
50-year-old woman, known only as Zing,
Interesting.
she had already developed an interest in unconventional healthy treatments, which that unconventional healthy doesn't really make sense.
No, I know what that means.
So she's from I'm gonna butcher this, but Guiyang County in Xinjiang. She made a smoothie from 20 different fruits, and then she injected them using an IV drip bag.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
I don't like how that sounds.
Does she have any prior medical knowledge?
No. She said,
Just
I had
injected
thought...
smoothie straight into her bloodstream.
Yes, allegedly. I don't... it doesn't sound too credible. I mean, it's from China.
I mean,
she's only known as Zhang.
Listen. There are people that get coffee enemas.
This is true. And milk enemas. We were just talking about breast milk in the ass earlier.
And you should not be putting coffee into your butt. You should put anything into your butt. But you
should-
definitely shouldn't be putting coffee in your ass.
I mean,
that
where
makeup.
where are they putting coffee inside?
They
of their
got
bed?
the little bags.
what do you mean where? You need me to pull up a video?
They
Like,
got the bags.
I'm
they all got the
certain
bag.
I could pull up a video or at least a guide.
It was on speaking of TV channels, it was on that show, that My Strange Obsessions shit. Like the lady and her
Oh,
husband.
she's addicted to coffee enemas?
Yeah, her
What
and
a
her
terrible
husband
thing.
doing it.
I
Yeah.
don't
And
Both
her
of
husband.
them. They're
Yeah.
boofing coffee all day? Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
don't
what
think
they
They're just
do.
laying back in the bathtub, legs in the air, and just dropping.
Why do you gotta have your legs in the air?
coffee?
It's such an undignified position.
So,
Is it just the ground? Is it hot coffee?
I don't know if
coffee?
it's hot, but
believe it's
ground?
cold coffee.
it was
But
liquid.
It's iced coffee.
so the problem here is like the first thing that comes up is videos, but it's YouTube videos. And we've got what is a coffee enema and is it good for you?
See?
How to do a coffee enema behind the scenes in my bathroom.
Oh no!
Watch me as I show you how to do a coffee enema live from my own bathroom, then grab your 1-day detox.
You definitely should be
grab
doing
your-
it.
Then we got a man in a suit, like a 50-year-old man in a suit. The truth about coffee enemas hidden from you by Big Pharma, and he's a doctor allegedly. Florida.
What would they be hiding from you about a coffee enema?
It's the miracle. It's
It's
the
the
miracle
miracle
cure.
It cures all cancer.
Coffee enema. The proof is in the poop. 4 big benefits. And then the next one is finally the most sensible one. A warning to anyone who wants to use coffee enemas. I wanted to make people aware that coffee enemas can harm you, just like they have for me in the past.
Oh, for me in the past, like he continues to do it.
His name's
this is how
Sunfruit
they won't
Dan.
harm
His
you.
YouTube name is
Sunfruit Dan.
Sunfruit Dan. Shouts out to Sunfruit Dan for putting coffee up his ass and like realizing it was a bad idea instead of just keep
And
doing.
trying to warn the people.
Like trying to warn everybody. Like,
wants you to
please
know.
don't do this. They say do it. It really fucking burns. So
Imagine if he found himself the top like viewed video. Don't give yourself coffee enema.
so Zhang of Chaozu, China. She says.
Do it in the voice.
Okay. I had a thought a fresh fruit were very nutritious and would not do me harm by injecting them into my body. Well, Zing, you almost died.
I don't think you're supposed to put it directly into your bloodstream.
I had no idea that would get me into so much trouble.
I think your stomach is there for a reason, and it.
So Zhang reported feeling itchy and had a rising temperature for the rest of the night. When her husband noticed her discomfort, wait, so she has a husband there, and he's just watching his wife shooting up fucking smoothies, like not like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, he is a loving and supporting husband.
Obvious Sunflower Dan.
He-
Sunflower Dan's like, just don't put coffee in your ass.
Sunfruit Dan.
Sunfruit Dan.
Don't put coffee in your ass. You can inject all the fruit smoothie you want. So he noticed her discomfort and found out about the injection. So he didn't even know she's hiding
I was
it.
gonna say, what if he
She's in the
wasn't even home?
She's in the bathroom and she's like,
I feel like that's something that would be really hard to hide.
He wasn't
She's shooting
home.
up.
So when he found out, he took her to the hospital. The doctor said she had a severe infection, damage to her liver, kidney, and heart, and was close to dying from multiple organ failure.
She had been doing that for a while.
She also had a high chance of developing sepsis.
No, because again, she put juice directly into her fucking bloodstream.
So it says doctors were able to cleanse her blood of the fruit smoothie using dialysis and injected her with clotting agents and antibiotics. She remained in intensive care for 5 days before being moved to the kidney unit at the affiliated hospital of Zhengyang University. And that's the end of the story.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you literally cannot put juices or any, like, you're not supposed to put anything directly into your bloodstream, but especially not
Fruit.
What about vaccinations?
fruit. Well, those things.
What if you
Unless
do
it's-
your own
unless it's-
vaccinations?
Unless it's meant to go in your bloodstream.
What if like one of these anti-vax moms are like, well, we can't give you the polio vaccine, but I got some.
We're gonna give you MRSA.
We're gonna give you some
Yeah,
sage,
like what the fuck, man? Like
No,
who-
you can't do
some
that.
jasmine.
But I thought, like, well, I mean, even her education's failed her, because I just feel like you should know that
So I'm not going to look
It's
up
China.
the name of like where this province is and
you
what. I
ingest
really doubt she
things.
has much education.
You ingest things and they go into your stomach, and then it filters and takes those nutrients and puts them in your blood. And
Yeah, but
wherever
what if
they
you
need
could
to
just
go.
bypass that whole stomach thing?
Yeah, just
Shooting up
mainline the fruit.
vegetables,
He's straight
fruits and
mainline.
vegetables straight to the
Just
blood.
put my oatmeal straight into my.
Well, that's oats. That's not.
That'd be
What are you
chunky.
thinking?
Well, it could have been a chunky. I mean,
Just got chicken noodle soup just running through IVs.
I've got such a bad cough.
I had to go to the bathroom and shoot up between my toes chunky noodle soup.
I think that's inappropriate.
Oh my
It's gone too
god.
far. Well, I hope that's not a real story. If it is, I hope that
Why would
she's
it be
okay.
real?
Well, she's only known as Zhang. Like, why is she only known as one name? Why,
I
was she
think this is
fucking
just something
Cher?
that happened a lot in China, so they
They just wanted to
condensed
make
it down
a
to
fake
one
person, like a like.
everyone doesn't
Okay.
have to feel bad. We won't name
Everybody's
any
Zhang.
names.
You are Zhang.
But my thing is, which
That's
was
Good for
terrible.
China, bad for America.
which
Terrible.
which one seemed dumber, the main line in the smoothie or the coffee enemas?
I mean, the coffee
think
enema.
the
I feel
smoothie
like
seems
shooting
dumber.
something into your vein, like it penetrating your skin, is worse than penetrating your ass in that sense.
If you're
They're
gonna,
both really dangerous.
yeah.
Like
I
you
agree.
don't want to just stick things.
But one
into
can
yourself.
easily come back out, whereas the other you
Not
cannot so
necessarily.
easily.
Well, not necessarily. Like a vodka soap tampon, you might like.
But
you
that's
might
not what we're
die.
talking about.
But
we're
like,
talking about.
We're
coffee.
talking about putting things up ass versus in your veins.
Yeah.
But
You have a
Like,
better
if
chance of
someone
getting
did-
it out
well,
from
I'm
your
not talking
ass.
about the content going into your ass. I'm talking literally anything going into your veins. In my opinion, I'm not a doctor. Is more dangerous than going into your ass.
Yeah, I
for the
agree.
most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But like to each their own. I'm not gonna knock the lady if she wants to kill herself via fruit smoothie in the veins. That's her prerogative. She's Chinese. She can do what she wants. They eat fucking tiger testicles for fertility. Like what the fuck am I to judge? What am I?
That's kind of hardcore, though. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean it's got the fucking.
Eating tiger nuts.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's fair. I don't think that's fair to the tiger.
Listen,
I mean you've heard of what is it? They call it Texas caviar, I think.
No.
Rocky Mountain oysters,
Rocky Mountain oysters. That's
What?
it. Okay, Texas
Bull
caviar is
nuts.
something else, isn't it?
bull nuts.
What's Texas caviar?
Gold.
It's-
Gold oil.
Oil.
Yeah, black gold.
Bull
Okay, that
nuts.
makes more sense.
People eat bull nuts.
Yeah,
They
Rocky
call it
Mountain
what?
oysters. Rocky Mountain
Mountain
oysters.
oysters.
Yeah, that's it. In Colorado, they'll eat bull nuts, and not necessarily from a cow, but from like
Bull nuts.
bison and cows and anything that has nuts and is cow related.
That is so
Bovine
fucking rude.
I mean,
testicles.
I'm pretty sure they killed the.
They're gonna castrate them
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
That's so.
May as
It's
well
for the
make-
rodeo.
May as well
Like,
make
they-
a profit off his testicles.
Might as well not
That's
put it
so
to waste,
fucking
bro. You
rude.
gotta eat the nuts.
Excuse me.
Smacking mics around.
Yeah.
That's rude. I'm not a fan of that information. That I
Listen,
was
people
just-
put worse things in their mouth.
It's true.
No, I'm not
according to
saying
the man who
because
sold
people
me the
eat
boiled
it. I'm just
peanuts.
saying for the animal.
Everyone will put stuff in their mouth.
He was not a fan of the idea of the shrimp crackers. He was like, oh, wow, I can't do Arab. Never mind.
The
We're moving
gentleman
on.
at the store we bought the boiled peanuts from had a very vocal contribution to AJ's story of eating something that was supposed to be crab but was actually imitation crab.
Surimi, I think is what it's called. It was terrible. It was
This
awful.
man
I
who
don't
was
want
soft.
imitation.
We didn't know.
sternly
It looked real, but it was out of the shell, which we were confused by. But like we thought it was just like somebody like did that thing, but we were wrong.
we walk into the store. It's a
We're
You
just
know,
screaming about
typical angry-looking Middle Eastern gas station attendant who has to work late nights.
missing half his teeth.
And when we walk in, they're blaring Nirvana. And he's just sitting in the back with his arms crossed watching us as if we're about to run out with all of the cases of beer.
Gotta watch you, bro.
No, he's cool. He's all right.
But yeah,
he's racist.
He was a cool guy.
So, speaking of racism, in Boston, TD Bank, you guys know TD Bank. We used to have the TD Waterhouse Center.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going back to that. I switched them around. I see you looking. So they had a nice little bus station advertisement, and okay, now I know what they're actually advertising. They replace lost debit cards on the spot. TD Bank will print you a debit card in their branches.
Oh,
I remember
shit.
this. Yeah, they're the only bank. I thought it was.
pretty big.
I thought that was Regions when I went to them, but no, that's TD Bank. They'll print it right there. So the advertisement says, and we're not from Boston, so we don't know what this means. When you're downtown, but your debit card's somewhere in Dorchester. Now, when I hear Dorchester, that's where the Wahlberg family is from. That's where Mark Wahlberg beat up and almost killed multiple Vietnamese men. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind. But I guess it also happens to be 49% black, 20% Latino Hispanic, that was in air quotes, and then like 9% Asian. So it's a very, quote, diverse. I mean, it is very diverse. There's like 19% white people. So it's literally diverse.
And Mark Wahlberg is lurking around that same place
But
about
it's-
to beat up an Asian.
It's 50% black. It's black majority in Dorchester. So it'd be essentially like if we had an ad here, and it's like when you're downtown, but your debit card's somewhere in Pine Hills. Is it explicitly racist? Does that? Because TD Bank has apologized and pulled the ad down. Like they tore down
I
the
think
ad.
just by acknowledging it made it racist.
Yeah, I was about to say it didn't have to be because it can literally just be, hey, regionally or it is what it is. This area,
They only took it down because locals were saying it was racist.
but that's because they were in their feelings.
As soon as they said, "Yeah, you're right, this was racist,"
Then they
became
made it racist. He was like, no, it's not. We're not saying it because of who lives here. It's just what happens.
Yeah, they could have doubled down, but like, nah,
Yeah.
bro, that ain't even what it meant.
Y'all are being racist for saying it's this area.
Yeah, it could have
Look
been
at y'all.
anybody, no matter what
Like,
color.
Like y'all the racists. We didn't even mean it like that.
They could have.
They're probably playing into it though, most likely though.
You think?
You know, that's
It's good advertisement.
Good advertisement.
Oh, with the racist
Yeah.
TD Water
advertisements.
Bank. We don't like the other
TD
people.
Water Bank. We don't like the others. So we got
I'd go to
here's
that
some
bank.
tweets here. It's from Riley Abolish Ice. Hey, hey, at TD Bank US. What's with the racist ad in Boston? If you're wondering why this is racist, just take a guess. You're probably right. And then he also said, if you know Boston stereotypes, you know that lost in Dorchester is code for stolen, which sucks, because to get stolen from Dorchester, you need to go through the concepts of low income and, most importantly, black and brown.
Who's saying this? What color is this guy?
He's white.
Okay.
His name's Riley Hay.
Okay.
Aw.
All right.
So,
Does he go through this area?
I would assume not, but he said he closed his account because of it.
So okay.
Anybody who tweeted about this was white. I actually did this is a different article than I looked at earlier, so it's only got this guy's, but this is the guy who literally brought it to their attention. This guy is the reason why it's a problem. Mm-hmm. So, but everybody else who was like, anybody who cared was white. Nobody else cared. Mm-hmm. Like, except for like people who don't live in Boston. Like we would like if we said like if the same thing was applied to Pine Hills. Anybody who's not from Orlando, like not even just from Florida, who's not from Orlando, would have no fucking idea what it's talking about. It would just make sense. Oh, you print fucking cards on the spot because my card could be somewhere else. So it's like, do you really think that the advertisement firm was that specific in knowing the demographics of a certain neighborhood that they used in their ad?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it could. I could see where people would take it as, oh, that's being racist. I don't think it's fair. You know, like it doesn't, because again, it's not saying that it's synonymous with black and brown, but it just so happens, coincidentally, this area fucking sucks. And if you want to make it about, you know, it's because they're black and brown, then I don't know. I just feel like you don't have to.
What if they're calling Dorchester a fucking party city? You know, but your debit card's somewhere in Dorchester. You don't know. Mm-hmm. It's fucking law. I dropped it. I was fucking raging. You know, we're fucking Boston. You know, fucking Red Sox. This is another reason that I hate Bostonians.
The marketing team would have known the not popular areas. It's up to the bank to not spin it as being racist.
Well, why would the marketing team necessarily know that? How much research are they going to do?
I feel like as a marketing team, you put in research. I feel like
You're a marketing team for a bank. Yeah.
you would want to pick a spot where it's less likely for people to call you racist.
Or they went for the spot that, like, again, if you're using your Orlando one with Pine Hills, that's something everyone from Florida is going to go, oh shit.
Not everyone from Florida.
Everyone from Orlando-ish area is going to know.
You'd be like, for instance, like you would say, when you live in Winter Park, but your debit card's someplace in Bifflo.
Where?
But
That means it's actually lost. Like, you literally dropped that shit.
You went to go get Xanax.
You see?
You went to go get Xanax, and you dropped it somewhere. That's fucking Bithlo's all
But
trailer
that's what
parks.
I'm-
That's actually where I would expect, because that's another thing that went through my mind. How often are black people and how often are people of color, as much as I hate that term, arrested for credit card fraud? In comparison to other things.
I mean, I don't know. I had to look at the...
White people do that shit. For the most part. You know,
I feel like that's a equal opportunity crime right there.
I can look up the FBI stats, but from what I know about credit card fraud stats, white people are the leaders.
Cracking them cards.
We're doing it the best.
Crack those
I've seen
cards.
some very crafty Puerto Ricans, though. So, they're on the up and up
They
when it
just
comes to
pose
credit
as
card
the
fraud.
To blend
So-
in.
If you want your credit card properly frauded, you go to a white man.
I don't know. I know. See, that motherfuckers were getting Disney tickets.
Counterfeit?
Not counterfeit.
you
Using those stolen credit cards.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy thing. Or like going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
You can go to a McDonald's with somebody's stolen debit card.
You see?
That's terrible.
Yeah, they don't. They have the little keypad that's useless. They've had it for years. You can get gas if you know if you know the zip code they live in. You just run it as credit. And it's simple games.
You see, bro?
How many clues do I have to give you? You know, so
Got it.
tying into this, there's a big new hoopla about reparations in America.
And I feel like it's from the same.
White people
It's from TD Bank's marketing team.
trying to apologize.
Yeah, they're like, well, hey, you get reparations for everyone.
Give you money.
Gonna make up for it.
So, I feel like it's literally not my place to actually talk about reparations, to give an actual opinion about it, because, like, I don't think anybody should really get money for free unless everybody's getting money for free. You know what I mean? You know, we give reparations to the Native Americans, but it still doesn't help them.
Well,
You know
that's the key right there. Giving somebody money doesn't fucking change it.
No, it doesn't change shit. So, like, but if they were to implement this reparations, how do you think they would go about determining who is eligible?
Only the descendants of American slaves.
How would you trace that back? The records would be shady.
You know who the fuck American-born slave.
You can tell who
slave.
descends from
Yeah.
American-born slaves.
Exactly. You know who the fuck it is.
Their family is all from Virginia.
Or they're from the fucking. Their people came from the fucking South. So it's like, you know who an American.
You're sorry? Is that what you were going to say?
I'm sorry.
You get no reparations.
You don't get any reparations.
You're from Maryland, you get no money.
I'll
get
just tell
no-
you later.
reparations. None for you. But no.
But I actually think I would get a lot of reparations.
Aren't you Jamaican?
Yeah.
She put those sunglasses on for you.
I know.
Like, so no.
First
no.
off, nigga.
Well, my dad
only
is
your dad is
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
So.
But so again, so if only your dad is Jamaican, but your
One
mother,
parent would have to be.
but that's so far down the line, though. You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying, so it's like
it seems so ridiculous, and like, how would we prove that? Like, what records exist? Would you do DNA testing?
Everyone gets
Would you
23andMe.
Well,
as
You're
black
not DNA
people?
testing
As
me.
black people,
You're
thank
not
you.
stealing my
Because I was
DNA.
about to ask, as black people, would you trust the government to take
No.
your DNA?
Well, see, that's the whole thing. That's the whole
Absolutely
weirdness
not.
about it. Because, in a sense, I mean, like with Native Americans, because my homeboy Josh, he got that check that they get when you turn 18. You do have
Nice.
to have a certain % of Native American blood to get the check. So they do run a test on you.
They actually run a
They
test.
do run a test on you.
And
Yeah.
he trusted that.
But they give you smallpox.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
I was saying, so
You
the
stole
whole
my joke.
thing is a catch. It's a fucking catch 22. Regardless,
Because like
But-
I always pull it back to at the very best, like not necessarily Tuskegee, but like the human radiation fucking experiments where they were just shooting motherfuckers up with plutonium because
Yeah.
they had a infected tooth.
Yeah.
You know, like as a white man, I don't trust the government to give me injections, which doesn't mean I'm like an anti-vaxxer, you know, like that's a different thing. But like, if it's like, hey, yeah, we'll take some blood and give you some money.
No, that's okay.
I feel like you have to base it on. You have to go by, you know. Like, see, that's the thing. Like you said, the
It's
whole
so muddy.
It's difficult. It's muddy because it's like, once again, because a lot of older black people didn't even have fucking birth certificates.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of is not as easy as other.
There's a
folks.
lot
Which
of
is
poor
why
record
I
keeping.
don't trust them even more. Because how am I supposed to trust you?
If you can't even keep a record of my
Yeah,
family.
like you just tell me some bullshit.
You'd be like
Underground
Elizabeth
fighting
Warren saying you're fucking Cherokee.
Oh, she's the one proposing this whole thing.
No, see, that's
You
right.
know, I literally
throw it
can't.
in the trash.
So my niece did the 23andMe, right?
Yeah.
First of all, my mom didn't know her own mother's maiden name. She always said it was one thing. It actually ended up being a different thing. And she's never even seen a picture of her father. Her maiden name's Freeman, and we assume that it comes from Native American. I don't know. I've never seen I've never seen my grandpa. I don't know what the fuck he looks like. I don't know what color he is or who he is. His name doesn't exist.
See?
He's literally wiped from the records. But she used to allegedly get a social security check with his name on it. So if they're able to lose records like that, there's no way of actually keeping track. Even if you did the test, how would you trace that back to, you know, like you don't have a sample from a slave.
Yeah. See, that's
you're able to trace it back to tribes, and I don't even really know how they correlate that. I'm not some sort of DNA expert. I don't know how they're able to say, oh, well, this is where your DNA comes from. How many fucking samples do you have? Where are you getting this data?
Exactly.
Like, how are you able? Because I kind of feel like they
too many
just kind of
loose ends
bullshit.
for me.
You know, like I don't know the information they actually gather, but like, who are they comparing these samples to? And why do I just have to spit in a tube? That sounds dirty.
And then again,
spit in this tube.
The biggest thing for me is like, even if they do just tell you some shit, how are you supposed to know? What do I have to go against?
They could just send you anything, tell you you're Irish now.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck, I'm
Kiss
Irish.
me, I'm Irish.
That's what, like, you, like, I literally, I don't know. I mean, sure, like,
could
for
be
the
a
novelty, you know, I would want to do it, but
You
I
could be
don't think I
Irish.
could ever actually do it. Well, my grandma allegedly
Is a Moor?
No, it's not a Moor, but her dad was mixed with Irish. Some
Oh,
shit.
well, that's no fun. Speaking of no fun, Kodak Black went off on some rant on wanting to have sex with Young M.A, who is a prominent lesbian rapper.
She's aggressively lesbian.
She's no, you're just gonna bleep it if I say that. She's a
Irish.
stud. That's a better way to say
Yeah.
it. Thank you. That is a more politically
she's
correct
stud.
way to
She's
say
very
that.
stud.
Unpenetratable.
So unpenetrable.
Unpenetrable.
She
fortress.
penetrates.
So so Kodak Black apparently went on. I don't have this rant up on. I don't really know this. I don't even know if it's.
Listen, long story short, he was like
He wants to fuck Young M.A.
He's like, he want to fuck Young M.A.
And I've seen this before. I've seen little Instagram videos.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I fuck? She's a woman.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then,
like-
basically Young M.A. was like, oh man, this nigga weird because why he trying to?
Of course
fuck
he's
me?
weird. It's Kodak.
No,
He wears
no,
a ski
saying.
mask on the Breakfast Club.
It is weird. It's
know,
weird.
man.
She's fair to say that it's weird because there's nothing feminine per se about her aside from the fact that she's biologically a woman. But
Yeah, and he, you know what I'm saying? Kodak was basically saying like, yeah, no man, I want, you know what I'm saying? I fuck Young M.A. You know what I'm saying? And then there was I forgot the other dude's name, but he was just other rapper, and he was basically like, man, because a lot of people respond like, oh man, y'all niggas weird trying to fuck lesbians. What's wrong with y'all? And then the other the rapper that I'm about to mention isn't Kodak. I can't remember his name, but he basically was like, y'all niggas got the game fucked up saying we weird. It's like it's still a fucking female, bruh. She not a man just because she dressed like a fucking dude. She's still a fucking female.
No.
She's still a fucking female.
I don't feel like that's fair.
I
don't feel like that's
He's
fair.
saying y'all niggas weird thinking a chick ain't a female just because she dressed like a fucking dude.
No, I mean, okay. So
It's
yeah,
that's just a tough chick.
I guess it started with a track that he wrote, Pimpin' Ain't Easy. And in the rap, he says, I don't even see the confusion. I'm fucking Young M.A. as long as she got a coochie.
You see, that basically would come down to it. Like, y'all niggas got the game fucked up. It's still a girl. Not like it's a nigga. It's still a girl.
Okay, you can say that you would want to, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, yeah, she's still a girl, but she doesn't carry herself in a feminine way. She carries herself in the manner of a guy. So what is it that you're attracted to?
Masculine
if you're saying
presenting.
that you're... Yeah, like, so what is it that you're saying you're attracted to if you say you want to fuck her? Are you attracted to the fact that she's acting like a guy, but she's a girl? Are you attracted to...
Some guys get off on that.
I guess to some people, some niggas, they can see it as a game of, I'm gonna try. She clearly
and that's
thinks
fucked up. I know what you're about to say.
I'm gonna try to crack this bitch. I'm gonna try to.
The way I read it, though, it just looks like he just was like, if she's got a hole, I'm gonna do it.
That was it.
Like, not.
But then you can use like
nothing
then use
about
that
power or
logic with,
anything.
Like, a guy, then, like, because guys have holes. You can fuck those holes.
I don't see no confusion. I'm fucking.
So
that
what about
dude.
Ruby Rose?
the bitch
Who?
on tattoos.
From Orange is the New Black.
Yeah,
She's fine, but she's apparently gender neutral
but
and
you still
lesbian as fuck.
You just because you around here manning it up doesn't mean you're not a girl. You're still a fucking girl. I get
Now,
what
until
you're
you
trying to
start
present
injecting
yourself as.
testosterone.
Yeah, because then you're completely starting to change chemistries and shit.
Yeah, your clit will start turning into a little guy.
Listen,
I'm not saying I'd fuck Young M.A. at all. I'm not into that
saying-
shit.
Yeah, I don't find it
Listen,
attractive.
you're allowed to be attracted to whoever you want to be attracted to.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
You're saying that, are you kink shaming?
No, I'm not kink
Are you
shaming.
saying that you're about to say it's weird?
No, I'm not about to say that it's weird. I'm just saying, like, don't. I guess in a sense, it's like disrespectful to the lesbian or the girl to say that, like, you know, you're gonna fuck her anyway because she's still a girl.
Have you ever? Okay,
And they don't see
I
themselves
don't think
as
he's
a
saying
girl.
it that. I
think
think he's saying it to other guys. I think it's more like not
he's
like
not like, I'm
directed
gonna
at
fuck
her.
you.
Yeah,
I don't think it's directed at her. I think he's saying to other
It's like,
guys,
y'all boys
like, I don't see the
crazy.
confusion.
Yeah,
That's what
y'all boys
exactly.
crazy is still a woman.
Yeah, y'all exactly.
And like,
I said,
while I might not necessarily agree with that, I see his logic
Like
behind
the
it.
other
I don't
dudes,
think he's being offensive towards her. I think he's just like, why are y'all tripping?
And I've heard of it. I've heard stories from people that was like, yeah, she was a dyke, but she let me fuck. It's like, you can bleep that if you need to, but
that does happen.
But yeah, I don't.
I'm
but
not
it's like,
saying it doesn't.
I
mean,
personally like. If you're not trying to be a man, if you don't identify as a man, we're in 2019, we gotta fucking dance around this shit. If you don't identify as a fucking man, but you're still a female, but you dress like a man, you're trying to emulate a man without actually identifying as one or being. You're a woman.
He's saying it's okay to just fuck. You know, it's just okay.
But personally,
so
I'm not
fuck
attracted to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like some people might not care.
Yeah,
These might be the same dudes who'll fuck booty in prison. You
Yeah,
don't know.
like-
You don't necessarily know.
You don't know.
They
So-
could be just attracted to anything.
The thing is, at the end, he was fucking joking, obviously, the whole
Yeah,
time. He
but-
felt like Brown was fucking around. It's a joke.
Can we body shame Kodak for a minute?
His
He's
fatness.
twice as the size he was when
That
he
boy
came
got
out.
out of prison and he been eating.
Yeah,
Good for him.
I got
He been eating since he got out of prison. But
Yeah, he was a little jit in that video. He
was
was
a
just
little
like getting down.
So, like, he was getting it with that dance. But like, bro, he was joking. I just found it so wild that so many people around here really running around here and they feelings about that shit. Like, bro, first off, it was
It's
a joke. And then
perpetuating
number,
rape culture
and then
to
number
say you'll have
two,
sex with someone who
he didn't say he was gonna rape the raper. He just said I would fuck Young M.A.
And that's
And I think he's more saying like y'all are stupid for not
it's
wanting to have
still
sex with a girl.
It's like it's still a girl, nigga.
Y'all
make
gay.
this-
He's
yeah.
being like, y'all gay.
He literally
It's just an advanced version of
y'all
niggas gay.
like y'all niggas is gay. Y'all making it seem like she a trap.
Yeah.
She's not a fucking trap. She's still a fucking girl. She's just a girl that looks like a fucking dude. Y'all
But
niggas
they're
is
not
gay.
attracted to a girl who behaves and acts as
Who's
a
to say they're
guy.
not just
telling
attracted?
you-
Who's to say they're not just attracted to girls? Whether no matter how they act.
Yeah, you're still a.
No, but like you can't say that
Oh,
other
that's the
guys
real
are,
pr- that's
are
real
crazy
progressive.
because
Here's the
they're
thing.
not.
Here's the thing.
Wanting
one
to
thing-
have sex with lesbians as a straight man is progressive.
Yeah, you're still not. Yeah, it's not a gay thing because it's still a, okay. Let's Aliens. That was the second movie. You know what I'm talking about.
I got
the
confused for a
tough
second.
chick.
I thought
Yeah.
you were
The
like
tough chick.
aliens.
Or Michelle Rodriguez in every movie that
Who
she's
doesn't
in.
wanna-
I don't know who that is.
Michelle Rodriguez is the definition of
I'm gonna
somebody
look it up.
who could be a butch, but you would still fuck.
Think
That
the tough
turns
girl
some
from
dudes
Resident
on. You
Evil.
like that
Think,
tough
the
shit.
sister from
So-
Fast and the Furious.
So does it make you gay by being attracted to a female that may be seen as, oh, she's too
If she cut her
man-like?
hair, yeah, Michelle Rodriguez. But no, I always thought Michelle Rodriguez was kind of cute.
That's what I'm
A
saying.
little angry looking, but
I feel like
that's not the same as Young M.A. That's
I'm saying
weird
Young M.A.
analogy.
is off the deep end. But what I'm saying is, it's still a.
Have you guys seen that picture of Young M.A. Makeup shopped?
Nice, you know.
There's a picture of Young M.A. where somebody photoshopped it to make it look like she has makeup on, and I wouldn't be attracted to it. She kind of has a pretty face, just very wide, incredibly large face.
I don't want to see it.
No, somebody is. I don't see what the big hoopla is.
Yeah, I feel like
of-
niggas is trying to make it into something that is not. And that's the fucking internet. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Get off that weird high horse shit. Ain't nobody trying to rape nobody. Y'all niggas just completely, the shit went over y'all fucking head. It's like, damn, is Kodak that fucking progressive, bro?
Yeah.
Like, he literally
he
went
was
over
probably
his
he was
head
probably
with that
fucking
shit.
dudes in prison, honestly.
Kodak.
The real women. Have you
Hey,
ever seen?
he ain't confusing out here. They dressing like women's. He's fucking them.
Have you ever seen that that episode? You know the show Lockup,
Confusing.
the one that Fleece Booty Warrior Johnson was on.
Yeah.
I think it was the same episode, the homosexuality in prison episode. He didn't scream it like in the Boondocks.
That's all I can think of.
Great
He said, I am what I... He was admitting to being gay. He's like, I am what I am.
And a rapist.
And I'm a... Yeah.
He's definitely admitting to being a
definitely
rapist,
admitting
too.
to being a gay rapist.
There was this other.
Y'all be sagging your pants, looking all tasty.
He's like, I am what I am. But I'm a warrior, too.
There was this other show, and I think it was like Extreme Lockups, and it was like this dude in some jail in like Africa, and like there was this big buff dude.
Oh, no.
And basically, he was talking about how the dude was asking him like, does it make you gay because you have sex with the man? He's like, no, I'm not gay.
It makes him gay.
He's like, they're gay. They're a woman. I fuck them.
Well, there's
I'm like, oh.
There's a couple things from the Lockup thing that I know. There was one...
That's a transfer of power.
It was a very large a very large prison shim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was definitely a man, looked like a man but had girlish hair, and this thugged out dude like, "Oh, that's a real woman. I left my woman for her." It's like, "No, dude, that's literally not a real woman.
That's Steve.
It doesn't look like a real woman." And then in another one where the guy's explaining tossing the salad. Have you seen that video?
Yes.
And he's like, sometimes we use sometimes we use syrup,
Or jelly.
sometimes we use jelly. I prefer the jelly.
I like.
And
I remember that one.
yeah, I likes the jelly. And like if you come up in here and we're gonna have a problem, you eat me, we're good. It's like, whoa, bro, like what do you mean? So like, yeah, no, if they're able to get their ass eaten in prison and not be gay, it's not gay for Kodak to want to fuck Young M.A. Because in their mind, they're not gay. Like, they don't identify as homosexual. Them getting their ass eaten by a man, in their head, is not that gay.
Nah, but even then with that,
I'd consider it gay, but it's gay.
that is gay. But I get what you're saying, but I still couldn't. What Kodak said by itself does not.
It's not the same as
Put it
getting your
in the
ass
same
eaten by a
position.
man.
Yeah, because it's still at the end of the day
A female.
You
And not just
can't call-
biologically,
yeah,
that's like a
it's
female
yeah.
all the way through. It's just,
You can't call me gay
where's baggy clothes?
because I say I want to fuck a lesbian. Nigga, you gay for
You take a
taking-
lesbian's
Yeah.
clothes off,
Still a fucking girl.
They look the same
Yes.
as any other girl who takes her
That's-
clothes off and doesn't have makeup on.
Thank you. Thank you. You people fuck ugly bitches all the time.
Whoa.
They don't necessarily have to be ugly.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Manly lesbians are not
I'm
always
not.
ugly.
I didn't say lesbians. I said people fuck ugly bitches all the
But
time.
why-
Oh,
are you
so I
saying
see what
that's-
you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
It's kind of like separating your mind from the
Yeah, you
image
separate
of
your
it.
mind from the image. Simple as that. Still a fucking female. He
Still
can't.
female. He's not gay, and he's not perpetuating rape culture because he
Yes.
didn't say, I'm a fucker whether she wants me to or not. That would have, like, if he had said that, like, I'm a fucker whether she wants a man or not, or some shit like that. That is rape culture. That is perpetuating rape culture.
That's
That's
shit,
rapey.
Yeah.
He just said he would.
But
It's
if a
like,
nigga
it's
say-
like, yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about. That's a woman.
But exactly. Now, if a nigga say, "Nah, she still fine to me if she look like a man."
That's
questionable.
Suspect.
That's not necessarily
a
gay.
suspect.
That's something you'd look at you'd
Because
be
it's
like,
wait, so do you like
what do you
that she
mean?
looks like a man?
like
Or-
what are you attracted to about even if she like
what do you?
She a tough bitch.
What is it that you're?
that could be, but like that's
Okay.
like so
She's gonna protect you.
She upset
not
me.
even necessarily protect
We
you,
can
but
fist
like
fight each other.
yeah, you could fist
Shut
fight each
up.
other and shit. Like that's a real thing. Like
That's
some guys are
real.
into this shit.
Yeah.
You want someone who's gonna fist
I
fight?
don't.
Some niggas are into
Some
that
guys
shit.
are into that shit, and like you're
I like
kink
mean
shaming.
women.
You're kink
I
shaming.
literally
if you
don't
believe-
understand because
You are a mean woman.
I'm not mean.
Now you
You tried to
mean.
steal my sunglasses earlier.
Hey,
Wow.
think about it, man. Some men got an attraction to like
Some
like
men
we just
got
said.
beat by their mother.
Yeah, like we
And it's
just
a
said.
super Freudian thing that they're like, oh shit, I need a woman who's gonna beat me up.
Like I just said with the whole, like Vinny said with the whole Michelle Rodriguez thing. She got a lot of masculine energy in her. But
She's
a
a
lot
very
of dudes,
angry woman.
She very angry, very bad. A lot of dudes like that shit.
You know, that's just like I don't.
It's
I
not
just don't
necessarily
get
a
like-
masculine energy necessarily. I
It's-
think
it's
it's more of a
shit, an aggressive type thing.
it's an aggression because a masculine energy differs from an aggression. And honestly, when I look at like interviews of Young M.A,
yeah.
I don't get a masculine energy from her.
How would you feel?
I get a lesbian energy. I've met a lesbian who was not. It was before trans. It was like when I was in high school. Her name was It doesn't matter what her name is. It was some like very ambiguously. It was Terry.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
How would you?
so like didn't have like grew with no tits. Like
Yeah.
they look like mine right
Yeah.
now. They
Yeah.
look the exact same.
Yeah.
That was not like I was never sexually attracted to her in any way.
Yeah.
You know, there was no feminine energy from that. That's not what Young M.A. gives off. Young M.A. gives off like, yeah, I'm a fat bitch who braids her hair.
Yeah.
She's like a prison. She's a prison lesbian. Is
Yeah.
what she gives off the vibe.
How
of.
would you feel
Interesting.
if a chick just hits you with that, just slaps your ass like a man?
Slaps my ass while my pants are on,
Yeah.
like in public?
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Like she man grips that ass.
What
Like
do you
she
mean?
gives you a little lift, like boom, and then like you up in the air a little bit. She
Like
got the
my
heft.
woman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's her ass as much as it's mine. That's a shared ass.
Just slaps.
But if it's like to set me in line, that's different. Like
No,
there's
like
this
she did a
hollering
good thing at the
like
office.
like the chick's hollering at you, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Just pop, slap the fuck out your ass. And get you that basketball slap to the pop.
a basketball slap. That's a different energy. That's like hey bro, good job. Which I've always been concerned with. It's one of the
he's
reasons
always wanted.
No, I've hated hanging around like people who do sports because they'll smack your ass if something happens good.
Give 10 seconds. It's done. We don't have to worry about dying. John Juice. Hey guys, I got laid.
Oh shit!
Stop the
Oh,
motherfucking
shit.
press.
Whoa!
He said he's in bed naked right now.
Oh my god!
She's in the shower.
Holy shit!
shit.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! This episode just got wild, bro. We were talking about fashion lesbians. Don Juice gets put. Oh!
Alright, so take care, brush your hair, wear clean underwear. This shit's done.
Oh shit!
We don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah. I'll allow it.